All right, today we're going to talk about a skill that can literally change the game for your career. We're talking about professional persuasion. We're going to break down how you can go from just making your point to actually truly influencing the outcome. So let's jump right in.
So let's just start with a big question. You ever been in a meeting? You've got the right idea, but you're just struggling to get everyone else on board? What if you could flip that? What if you could consistently turn that resistance into agreement? Well, that's exactly what we're going to get into, how you can become genuinely influential at work.
Okay, first things first, let's get something straight. This is not about manipulation. This isn't about winning arguments just for the sake of it. No, true influence it's a much more sophisticated art. It's really about a fundamental shift in how you walk into every single professional discussion. You're moving away from a battle of wills and into a collaborative dance. And the heart of it all is this idea of mutually beneficial outcomes. See, this isn't a zero-sum game where for you to win, someone else has to lose. Not at all. It's about skillfully guiding the conversation to a place where everybody involved feels like they got something valuable out of it. That right there is the secret sauce. Now, before we even get into the specific techniques, we have to start with the most critical tool you have. And it's not something you can learn from a book. It's your own confidence. You just can't persuade other people if you aren't secure in your own position. It really does all start from the inside. I mean, think about it like this. Confidence is the engine that drives this whole thing. It's what gives you the calm to handle a tough conversation, the clarity to actually listen and address other points of view, and the backbone to hold your ground without getting aggressive. You could have the best techniques in the world, but without that engine, you're going nowhere. Okay, so you've got that foundation of confidence. Now let's start building out that practical toolkit. Let's move into the how, the actual things you can do to amp up your influence in pretty much any professional setting. This slide lays out a fantastic three-step process. First, manage interests. That just means you gotta stop thinking only about what you want and start really trying to understand what everyone else needs. Second, negotiation, learning that art of give and take. And third, you gotta keep the discussion on track. Steer it away from rabbit holes and keep everyone's eyes on that shared goal. And what's so great about this slide is how it frames the difference. The weak approach, that's just pushing your own agenda, which, let's be honest, almost always just creates pushback. But the strong, influential approach, that's about using strategies that guide the whole group towards something you can all agree on. It's the difference between trying to win a fight and leading a team to victory. So what's the payoff? I mean, what actually happens when you master this powerful combo of inner confidence and these external techniques? Well, the results are huge. They're transformative, not just for your projects, but for your whole career. The most direct result? You'll persuade people. You'll finally get that ability to bring people around to your way of thinking, not by force, but by building real consensus and showing them why your idea is good for them too. And next up, you'll find you're way better equipped to resolve conflict. Instead of running from those difficult conversations, you become the person who can step into a tense situation, figure out what's going on, and find a way forward. That skill is incredibly valuable. And when you bring it all together, well, you will lead. Influence is the absolute cornerstone of modern leadership. When you master these skills, you naturally become more than just a member of the team. You become an effective, respected leader that people actually want to follow. Ultimately, everything we've talked about culminates in this one thing: the goal of building confidence, of managing interests, of mastering negotiation. It's all to become that number one person in the room, the influential leader who actually gets things done. So look, the most important takeaway here is that these skills aren't just some abstract theory. They are practical, real tools that are totally within your reach. Your journey to becoming more influential can start right now, today. So the only real question left is, what are you going to focus on first?